Hey, good day folks, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm excited to bring you a review, an opening, and a desktop review of the Helite electronic airbag system. So I bought the XLL size. There are obviously many sizes available. I'm 5 feet 11 inches and about 220 pounds. I have a feeling that this is going to fit me well. So right off the bat, I'm a little surprised that it doesn't come in its own dedicated box. This is just a generic brown, cardboard box. But we get the suit, and we've got a charging cable. So it's USB on one side, and it's not a regular USB-C or anything of that sort. It's one of those hollow chargers that you stick in. So you do have to be careful because this is not a cable that's easily available. So if you're traveling with this suit, the airbag system, you need to be mindful to take this along. Otherwise, you're going to be up the proverbial creek without a paddle. And there's also a manual, and it's in English as well as in many languages, yay. And then there's a sheet that tells you how to switch the airbag system from the track mode to the road mode. So this thing comes pre-configured for the track mode. And if you want to switch it to the road mode, then you would have to follow the sequence of steps. We're going to bypass that because I plan to use this on the track. So the first thing I want to know is how much does this weigh. So what I'll do is I'll take out the bag and take out the plastic bag and the cable and the manual. So the airbag in size XL, the airbag system, the electronic airbag system in size XLL weighs exactly 4.81 pounds. So right about 5 pounds. Okay, so yeah, that's something to be, something to consider, but there's always a but, right? But this airbag, it has a chest protector. This front part serves as a chest protector, so you don't need to wear a chest protector under your leather suit. And then on the other side, on the back side, this is a CE level 2 back protector. So you don't have to wear a back protector under your suit when you have this on top of it. So if you, consider that you are saving some weight on the chest protector and a back protector, then this weight, this 5-pound weight, 4.81 pounds to be precise, is actually not too bad. So you can see that the side comes with this expansion panel. I really like that. It's going to help me with my everlasting battle of the bulge that I don't know if I'm losing or winning. So that's going to be nice. And to sort of arm the system and get it ready, all you have to do is to press this button 3 times. Obviously, you would have to fully charge the airbag system, the electronic airbag system. We're going to get into how to charge it in a minute. But once it's fully charged, then you would press this 3 times. And it flashes pink first, and that pink flashing tells you that it is in track mode, and then it just gives you a periodic pink flash to tell you that it is ready to go. And to turn it off, you can just leave it and it gets into sleep mode. But especially if you plan to travel with this, in your car or in your trailer, it's probably best to set it off. And to set it off, you would just press this thing 3 times. and it's off. So 3 times to press it on, and then 3 times to press it off. Let's take a look at how to charge this electronic e-bag system. It takes about 3 hours to fully charge it, and then once it's fully charged, it will retain its charge for 25 hours. So, easily 2 days for a weekend. So, but still, I would recommend that you take this, that you remember to take this cable along, otherwise you won't be able to charge the system unless you find a comparable cable. All right, to charge it, we will open this system, and on the left-hand side is where you have the charging port as well as the canister. So this canister is actually quite a large canister, and for size XLL, this is a special size. So if you are going to buy XLL, well, regardless of what size you buy, you probably want to keep a spare canister with you, because if this deploys, these are all single deployment units. So if this deploys, then this is pretty much done. And all right, so that's about the canister and the fact that this is a large size. And then to charge it, you plug this in. It's kind of the receptor is a little recessed back there. There you go. So that's in. And then I've just got an extension, because this cable is not too long. And it starts charging. So that orange light, I guess, is telling you that it's charging. And then once it's fully charged, you'll see that this turns to a green color. So you know it's fully charged. And like I said, it takes about 3 hours for a full charge. All right, now to put it on, it couldn't be simpler. There's a red band, and I think the idea is for this strip to go over the red band completely so that it covers it, and there's no red visible. So like so, and then put on these two, and you're good to go. There's a little circular Velcro leather kind of thingy over here. I really don't know what this is. Now, earlier I said that this comes pre-configured for the track mode, and if you want to switch it to the road mode, then you would have to follow a sequence of steps, and those steps are in the owner's manual on that separate sheet. Now, one thing about the road mode is that there is an optional fork sensor. So the sensor is sort of tied around the fork, and then it communicates with this control unit. And maybe this patch here has something to do with that optional fork sensor. I don't know. But that fork sensor is not supposed to be used when you're in the track mode. So that is kind of weird. I don't know why. You wouldn't want that extra sensor, but I'm sure the engineers have figured it out, so I'm just not going to second guess that. But yeah, that fork sensor, that optional fork sensor, you would buy only if you plan to use this on the road. And since I really don't, I opted not to buy that. Now in the track mode, this is going to deploy only if you're at or above 45 kilometers an hour, which is about 28 miles an hour. So that's something to keep in mind. It could be that if you're riding, below that threshold and you have a crash, it won't deploy because it's sensing that your speed is not, above that threshold, which also means that there is a GPS here that is sensing your speed. And so hopefully that GPS is super accurate and it gets a good signal, and et cetera, et cetera. Otherwise, we're in trouble. Now this suit is water resistant, so if you catch yourself riding in the rain, not to worry, you don't have to try to cover it. So we're good there. What else? Yeah, one of the things is a standout feature of this Helite electronic airbag system is that when it comes out of the box like it did, it is fully updated, so the firmware is fully updated and the software is all up to date. There is nothing to update, so there is no app. Yes! And you're ready to go. As soon as you charge it and you press the button, you're ready to go. So that is, I think it's pretty cool relative to, systems where you need to buy a subscription, and then if you've accidentally not subscribed and you're out on the track, well, you've got an airbag system that is not going to work for you. This is not like that. This is fully upgraded. It has no app, no connection, and presumably no upgrades. So one of the things I found odd is that there is no registration card or warranty card in the box. I find that odd because, if somebody's selling you a life-saving system, they might want to know who you are, but apparently not. So the only person who knows that I bought this, apart from my YouTube viewers, is the retailer, the dealer from whom I bought it. I'm going to link it down in the YouTube video. And so hopefully Motorcycle Gear, in this case, will contact me if there is some kind of upgrade or correction to the algorithm, or a system upgrade or whatever. Otherwise, it's basically, this is it, and there's going to be no upgrade. So in a way, it's not too bad. There are only so many different kinds of crashes, so I'm pretty sure they've perfected the algorithm, but you never know. And if there is any kind of upgrade, you're kind of at the mercy of the retailer or the dealer from whom you bought it. Now, this is an over the suit as opposed to an under the suit. I think that's pretty obvious. The main difference between this Helite electronic airbag system and the ones that you might have seen out on the track is that the other ones, the Helites, they typically have a tether, and so that is mechanically activated. Those systems, they are mechanically tied to the bike through a cord, and if that cord rips, the airbag, the canister gets activated and the airbag gets filled with air. This, as I said, is an electronic system and it doesn't have a tether, so that's one good thing. But relative to systems like the Tech Air 5 or the Tech Air Race or the Tech Air 10, which are undersuit, so you wear those under your leather suit, this is worn on top of your leather suit. So obviously there are some advantages and disadvantages to wearing it on top of your leather suit. The main advantage is, I believe, that, for guys who are like big, 5'11", 6, and taller, and then 220 pounds plus, it's pretty difficult, not impossible, but it's difficult to find a suit that's big enough for them, and then that would accommodate an airbag inside the suit. So especially for those guys and gals, this is a cool alternative because you just put it on top of your suit and you don't have to worry about buying a suit that can also accommodate an inside airbag or an inside airbag system. So that's the main advantage. They also say that because this is an over-the-suit system, that it can actually have a larger volume for air deployment, and so supposedly that gives you more protection because once it gets deployed, you're a bigger Michelin man. And I take that with a little bit of a pinch of salt because obviously if the volume is larger, then it's going to take a little extra time to get deployed fully. But I don't think it's an issue. All of these things, they deploy super fast, faster than your eye can blink. I think this one is like 60 milliseconds. So that's just, and it's deployed. So nothing to worry about. So that's my quick overview, desktop review, and unboxing and unpackaging of the Helite electronic airbag system. I have tried it on and it fits pretty well. So again, the size XLL is what I would recommend if your weight is about 220-ish pounds and you're 5'11"-ish. This would be the right size for you. I think even if you're 6 feet 2 inches and about that weight or a little more, this should be good for you. Now, I'm a big proponent of these kinds of safety systems. Riding on the track obviously is a dangerous, risky sport, and anything you can do to minimize that risk is in my opinion, that's something you should definitely consider and do. I know these are expensive. That is expensive, but if you can afford to buy a motorcycle for thousands of dollars and then buy accessories for it, buy a leather suit, buy tires, etc., etc. If you can do all of those things, you can afford to get this. In fact, you can't afford not to wear as much safety gear as possible, and this is one of them. So, this is my review. Hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up, give me a like. If you have any questions, comments, please leave them in this video. And I'll see you next time. Be safe.